Now, why am I so like picky about this stuff? Because it starts like everything in this game starts with foundation. Okay?
Yeah.
Foundation is
Correct.
everything. If your foundation is good, you can pick up and apply new concepts quickly. There's shit I'm picking up in this game at my level, right?
Really?
The reason I can pick it up so fast is because my foundation's good.
Right.
I know how to do things quickly. I'm quick. The only reason that I'm quick is because muscle memory. I'm not afraid to f up. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid
even,
to fuck up.
Even in ranked?
Don't give a fuck about it. Don't care.
Gotcha.
I mean, in your case, you're iron. Where the fuck are you gonna go, right? So go. Okay, first things first. let's set our level ups correct. And there, so we've got goofy abilities. So is our Q like what is this? Why is our Q on this?
That should be Q, right?
Yeah. Are you using a mouse button for that?
Arrow. No, I was using my keyboard. I don't know why that was missing.
Oh, okay.
That's
so scroll down. I have an idea why. Scroll down. Let's go to abilities and summoner spells. So scroll back up a little bit. So you've got shift. So quick cast shift. All right. So the first thing I'm going to teach you how to do is how to dynamically cast. All right. So scroll up a little bit more. Now, normal cast. So start at spell 1 and go shift Q, shift W, shift E, shift. So go to each one. So spell 1 is shift Q. And then spell 2, yep. And then yep. And then yep. And then press OK. And then press escape again. So all you're doing when you press OK is you're saving it. Okay?
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Now, scroll back up to the top. All the way to the top. Yep. Quick cast all. Click that. Cool. Press OK again. Open it back up again. Cool. So now we're going to scroll down. You can move your champion around to make that like not. Yeah, there you go. So scroll down until we get to level ups. All right, so we got our level ups. We're going to change all this back. So this at the top, level up of spell 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be control Q, control W, control E. Yeah. Control R. Now, teleport home is B, target champions only. That's all good. Scroll down a little bit more. Go to player movement. So you got stop position. All right. So that side. Okay. So when it says player stop position, I want you to click on the S. Now hold the mouse in your hand. That button on your thumb, the meaty part of your thumb, the middle part of your thumb, that's the button for stop. Press OK. Move and tap that button that I just had you bind. Tap it. Move, tap, move, tap, move, tap.
Oh,
like really quick.
tap.
That's how you can micro adjust. That's how I do that. You'll see a lot of that when you watch me lane. That's how I do this weird shit where I'm like always like doing little micro adjustments. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's awkward. It's weird. I promise it's worth the investment. I promise. I promise. I promise. I would not steer you wrong.
So what would be the investment for this?
I'll show you why. Go into the middle of the lane. So you can press Shift S, and that's a warp in practice tool. There you go. Just go to the middle lane. So imagine you want to walk like ever so slightly towards a minion without autoing them.
Okay.
See how you're not autoing right now, right?
Yeah.
You can also go ahead and press Shift T and Shift Y and just like spam those keys. Yeah, spam them, like level them. Yeah, level up to full, but don't level up yet. So start your auto attack and then tap the button that I just had you bind.
Auto attack.
You should be able to not auto. Like you can choose to auto is what I'm trying to show you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah.
why is this relevant? Well, because I might have you just slow push a wave, right? You might have to slow push a wave. So you would tap stop and just kind of fake auto or whatever if you need to like reset. Or imagine that you're about to auto attack, right? And you didn't want to.
Yeah.
For example, like there's a minion like that you're just like faking. Or another example is like, you ever see GP before? This is just like a champion specific example. So Gangplank sits on barrels, right? He can fake like he's gonna auto them, but then he doesn't. It's just like another example.
Yeah.
So it's a button that I use a lot. It's one of my most used buttons. A lot of people never expect me to have them bind it, but it's really, really good because yeah, I picked it up one day and it's been something I've done for years, and it's just really, really it gives you a lot of control in your movement. because you can just stop. Like anytime you're stepping too close, you can just tap it, right? You want to dodge a skill shot in a goofy way, you can just tap it. So like imagine you're running to the side and you tap.
And then stop.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
You can tap it and then move again. So try to be really dynamic about it. Like tap, move. Yeah. See what I mean? Those movements, those make you a better player. I know it sounds dumb, but it really does.
No,
makes you better.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
It's like it's a minute thing. A lot of, I was telling you that there's concepts that I picked up. The biggest concept that I picked up when I was here is just like laning versus good players and the micro adjustments. And this is how you can kind of unlock that, is by this type of stuff.
So you're actually in Korea right now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been here grinding. Yeah.
I thought you were just on the server. Huh.
Oh no, I live here. Oh.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, I have like 9 ping. I have to live here.
No, that makes sense.
You would be. If I was playing in Korea from the US, I'd have like 200 ping.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah. So, all right, let's level correctly now.
Okay. Yes. So, Troll.
Now we're gonna do a little drill.
All of them.
We're gonna do a drill. So you're going to auto a minion, last hit it, and then level up your E, and then use your E. This is a drill for newbies.
Ooh. Control is so out of my range.
I know. That's why I have this drill. You can use the meat of your palm too. That's another way you can do it.
I didn't think of that.
Some people do it that way.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Now try to auto a minion. Press Shift X just so you have your cooldowns. Like you have no cooldowns. There you go. So try to auto a minion, level your E, and then E. E quickly. Like it's a combo. Now press Control Shift P.
Control Shift P.
Or there you go. All right, level up again. Yep. Max 18. 18. Keep going.
18.
And why are you leveling with the fucking mouse? Fuck that. You don't do that anymore. Now Shift S and get to the middle of the map. Now put a practice dummy like in the middle of the lane, like in the dead center. So it'd be Shift B to spawn a practice dummy. Yeah. That's how you know I do this for a living. It doesn't matter, just anywhere. Level up an ability and then quickly E.
Oh, wrong one.
That's why we do this.
Nope.
Level up your E and then E into him.
And then lead into him.
Try again.
How do you turn off the cooldowns again?
Shift X.
Okay, so you should level up E towards him.
Back up, do it again.
Well,
Back up, do it again. Okay, so you're gonna do the same thing with your ult. So what you're gonna do is you're going to spawn another dummy. Shift B. Put it next to you, like on top. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You're gonna Q that dummy and then level up your R and then R the other dummy.
Okay, Q and then R.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't level up your R. Try again.
I did? Okay.
Nope.
That was late.
It's all right. That's why we're doing this. Do it again.
No.
Now, you know the drill now. So press Control Shift P. Let's go. Level up all your shit again. It's like Shift, Y or whatever the fuck it is. I always forget which button it is. All right, let's warp out there. Shift S. I'm teaching you by brute force how to train shit like this.
Yeah, it's okay.
Put a dummy out there again, like in the middle of the lane, and then put one like on top of you. Now you're gonna try. All right, so we're gonna do auto move. Okay, so just A, press A, left click the ground, and then right click. Every auto you should move and A left click. Okay, this is a new thing that you're gonna learn.
Okay, so A auto. Nope.
Yeah, that's fine. And then just right click between.
And then right click. Okay.
So
gotcha.
League's a rhythm game. I always make this joke, but it kind of is. So there's an upbeat and a downbeat. The downbeat is when you're auto attacking. The upbeat is when you're moving between the auto attacks.
So what's the difference between attack and move?
Attack. So use your A left click. You see how you're just. Oh, what the fuck are you using for attack move click right now?
Space.
What button? Space. I don't.
It's so comfortable for me.
I don't love it, but like I don't care that much. All right, but let's do something different though.
I don't care that much.
Well, I mean, I care, but I get why this exists. In my opinion, press Control Shift I. Get rid of these fucking minions. So I use A left click, and I'm going to show you why. Press A. See your range. Think of this like if you were to go and hang up a picture on your wall, you'd use a ruler, right?
Right.
You'd use some sort of fucking tape measure or something, right? So notice how close you are to this minion right now. I get anxiety every single time that you're over that line. By that I mean you should be right now on the edge of that line with the dummy. The dummy should be on the edge. So there you go. Auto it, step back, step away as like yeah. So auto and run back like towards Nexus. So what I'm teaching you, and then walk forward with A left click again. What I'm teaching you is I'm teaching you spacing, whether you know it or not. You see that? So, press escape. Your settings might be goofy. Press escape. Go to game on the left. Attack move on cursor. No. Okay, so you're fine. So let's explain this though. So when you A left click near the dummy, he's gonna automatically fire. So you A left click and then right click away. And the idea is that every single upbeat you should be moving. See how you're standing still? That is illegal. You never stand still in this video game. There you go. That is human movement. You're a human now. You see that? Before you were an insect. Now you're like a real human. See that? You're not a bot anymore. You've evolved.
So what's the difference between doing that?
It's the visual.
Like,
it's the visual indication.
Gotcha. And you can't have that with the attack.
You could do it with
move.
space, like if you wanted to add it to space, but you're adding an extra click, which some people say, "Oh, that's really dumb." It's about rhythm and it's about visual. Like it's a visual frame of reference. I have just watched you play. I've just watched you play, and I know that you don't know your ranges well enough yet, right? So like you could, for example, one of my ADCs, my coach. Shogo, right? He's basically a pro level ADC. Okay, you see this indicator thing that you're using? He does not do the one without the indicator. He could, but he chooses to do it this way. So it's not just me. It's not just me being an asshole. There's pro level players.
No, you're not.
Yeah, there's pro level players that do it. Some people get like really defensive about this change because they're like, well, it's one less input, right? Because obviously, if you're doing space. Right, it's just instant. I space, I click, it's good, right? It's done. This is a little different because you got to add the click in. But if you incorporate this in, you can visually see like, oh, these guys are too close to me. Yeah. Like, I need to step back, right? Same thing when the minions meet in the middle of the lane. Press Shift M. Press Control Shift I. The logic here, and we're gonna let the minions meet in mid. So the logic here is that when minions get low, same idea. Everything is about spacing and positioning. So your like indicator, when you're watching these minions, look how they walk. That's how I want you to move. I want you to be in that line most of the time with the minions. Like get in formation with the minions, like in a line. There you go. And every time you go to auto, try to make sure that you're at max range. Now step back. This is another drill that I can show you. Auto, step away, wait until it gets low, and then walk up. And then auto it.
Gotcha.
And then step back. Good. Try to time it. Yes. That's spacing. That's fine. That's spacing. Obsess over it. Like really fucking, when you're playing this game, when you auto, step away every time. And try to move up at the last second. I'm showing you this drill, and then I'm going to go into one of my games that I just played here in Korea, right? And I'm going to show you like how important this concept is when you're facing good people, okay? And also how important it is for the person that's being offensive too. Now, say for example, you might be wondering like, well, is this like needless or, you know, crazy? But let me give you an example. If you're facing me right now, like on Trinity or something, right? Just use that example. I go to E at you every time you get close, or at a time that you get close. If you're standing, go ahead and stand in the middle of the wave, like in front of your minions. Look how easy it would be for me to spin onto you. But if you auto and run straight back every time you auto, it's a lot tougher, right?
Yeah.
That movement is really good. This is what I teach like every newer player is like, you've got to understand how these little micro movements work. Because this is how you can really unlock the game, and ranged champions can destroy if you get this concept down. Like you will run everybody over doing this because they're gonna have such a hard time. All right, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna spawn a dummy just wherever. You're gonna auto the dummy with the A left click, and then you're gonna E backwards as soon as the auto is released. So you can even mix in a Q, it doesn't matter, but you're gonna like auto and step back towards tower, like E away.
Okay, so
A left click it, yeah.
and then E away.
Yeah, step and E. Yeah, step back and E. That pattern is everything in this game, okay? That's how you kite properly. So you auto somebody until they use gap closes. The second they use gap close, you E, right? Or if you're beating them, you E into them. Shift X. So walk up. You're gonna auto him, and then E away. It's all right. Use your A left click also. I know it's a lot of button juggling, but this is the type of stuff that'll make you a lot better at the game. I promise. I promise this stuff is worth the investment.
So I see. So if I A, it's attacking the closest thing in range, right?
The closest thing you click. So like, see that minion, the one that's really low? A left click, but not on the minion. Click like next to it.
Gotcha.
Right.
So if I do here.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
That's why the A left click is dope too, because it kind of shows you, you see what I mean? You know, like what your range looks like and what range you're going to go into. And it's just a lot of little details that when you have that, like I said, it's a visual indicator that really, it helps. Because we're only human, right? We just can't fucking process it without the, it just helps.
So, here.
Now, there's obviously ADCs that are like really high level that would disagree with that. But, you know, there's plenty of ADCs that do it my way too. So it's... And also, I think the ones that disagree are also, you know, they're pro level and they, you know,
they're stuck in their way already.
Right. This is not something that really for you that you would need to skip over or try to speed up or anything. You just need to do it right. So explore between space and your A left click when you can, like at another time, and see which one you like more. I use A left click. I've used A left click since the fucking RTS days, like StarCraft and shit. That's just how you would do it. So like if you, it's just deathly uncomfortable to you to be doing it this way, you could switch it. But like I'm telling you, man, I've been playing for a long time, and so has a lot of people, and they just use A left click. Okay.
No, I get it completely, especially if you don't know your range.
Right. Yeah. It just helps a lot. So let's wind down the lesson with a little bit of a demo here. Now that you've kind of seen, I want you to, I'm going to share my screen now. You can go ahead and bounce out of that. And now that I've kind of shown you this and we've spent some time, we went through a game, we've seen what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. I'm going to show you the LeBlanc matchup so you can kind of see. You see my screen?
Did I stop sharing?
Yeah, you can stop sharing.
Not yet.
If you can't see, just click above the chat window.
Above the chat window?
Yeah, you should be able to switch scenes in the Discord.
Yep,
it's like in the... Yeah, there you go.
No.
So, I want... Now that you've been briefed on this, we can go back and I can show you it from both sides. So, this guy is high elo Korea, right? And I'm sitting here with my little Tryndamere pick, right? Now, what I want you to see is the laning element. I don't care about the early. I want you to see the movement in the lane, okay? Pay particular attention to the auto attacks. I'm going to go through really slowly and show you exactly what I'm trying to teach you, okay?
Yep.
I fight for every auto attack, as in, I don't let her auto attack me for free very often.
Right. But what would you do? E into her? If she
Yeah,
does?
like if she,
Yep.
yeah, you see, if she goes up, yes. But the idea is that like every auto attack, I make her earn it. You see my positioning? It's always outside of that range. The only reason that I am always outside of the range like this is because I've been playing for a long time, right? Now she's going to start pushing, and this is why you've got to learn how to like farm safely, like I was showing you. So every time I take a minion, you see me reposition back. See?
Right. Yep.
It sounds obvious, right? But all I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that every trade, I'm not in the wave unnecessarily. I fake a roam there because I was thinking about going bottom. And you'll see me go back to lane though and do more of this shit. See how I'm standing so far back? Now watch, even when I'm under tower, I'm going to move back every auto. Ready? Auto, back up. See that?
Awesome memory. Yep.
Every time. If she's on the wave, auto back up, auto back up. And because of that, I don't just get murdered under tower by a giant wave.
Right.
If I were watching random low elo players, they would be standing all up in here. Notice again.
Minion damage, right?
Yeah, she would jump on you and fucking destroy you there. You'd be out of lane almost. You see that? If I'm standing like here. See, because that's where she landed.
Right.
But because I'm being very, very defensive in my positioning, it's really hard to kill me. Right?
Okay.
So this type of stuff is really, really valuable for you when you're starting out. Because there's so many examples of this in the game. Let me see. See if I can find another one. Because I get a lot of range matchups because of the champ. Oh, the Kennen one. The Masters Kennen guy. The same shit. You'll see what I mean. The difference maker between whether or not you fucking get destroyed in this game in lane is in this time we're just going to use the Kennen as the example because this guy was pretty high pressure, right? He does this really well. You're going to see what I mean when I say he autos with the intent to run away. He's not giving me anything. This guy mains this champion, so he's pretty good at it, right? So here we're going to go into lane. Watch what happens. Like, this is a really tough lane for Tryndamere, by the way. It's really tricky.
Did you still win it?
Yeah, we did win. I don't know how, because this lane is hard as fuck. But I just did a lot in the mid game or whatever. So here he gets a little too close at the beginning. I actually asked myself on stream if I could have just ghosted at the beginning and got him really low. You'll see. Watch. Like I actually debated, like, could I just spin ghost here? You see that?
Yeah, he's way too close.
There might be an argument for like ghosting, but this isn't really what I'm trying to show you anyways. So like he's pushing in, but just watch how he's never gives me anything. Watch. If I move anywhere near the minion, watch his movement. Okay? If I start getting a minion low, watch him.
Yeah.
He will never give me a thing. He'll never give me a single thing. He's gonna auto me every time. Look at his movement.
Yeah.
He's not. You see where I'm standing? Look where he's standing. He stands right in the front. See that? I'm not allowed, even though he's like half HP, he's not gonna let me do it. See, if I go for that minion, see, the minute that I try to do anything, he steps back, moves forward, autos, and trades. See?
Yep.
I'm not allowed to do anything in this lane, period. There's nothing I can do. I can try to, I can do those little cheeky trades like that to try to keep it close. But realistically, like, I'm also, this is kind of risky for me to even do that trade. Because if I get dove or something, it's going to be because I got low, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to show you is just look how hard this guy's pressuring me, right? He's not giving me a thing. Anytime I even look like I'm moving in a minion, you see how he matches. Watch that again. Body language. If I E on him, he immediately responds with his gap close. This, in your game, was a problem with you. People gap close, you don't gap close. Guy flashes, just flash. Whatever. Give him credit for now until you know for sure that they're fucked up. Just, you know what I mean? They might be wasting it. That's okay. Just flash too. Whatever. Fuck it. Just until you learn. So like here, watch again the movement. As the minion gets low, I say, are you going to give me this minion? It's a conversation. Are you going to let me have this minion? No?
No, he's not.
No, you're not. Okay, cool. Are you gonna let me have that minion? No, you're not. You see me? I'm having a conversation every single minion. There's no minion that I'm going to just give away if he lets me have it. And he's not gonna let me have any minions. That is melee versus range in a nutshell. He knows I'm on offense. Or he knows he's saying I'm on offense, this guy's on defense, right? So I'm not gonna let him have anything. Even under tower, he's gonna be annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
See how he moved forward?
Walked up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's gonna say no. Like there's a chance I hit you, right? And so it's a big conversation. If you get good at this conversation, you beat everybody. Everybody gets shit on. Right?
Yeah.
Same thing here. Even though it's a cannon minion, look at that. He's right at the front of it, and he's like, it's gonna hurt if you take it. See? Auto steps back. You gonna take that? Auto. See? This is what you could do with Akshan. Watch again. We're having a conversation. I step in, and then step back out.
Man.
It's very fucking annoying to play. Technically, my job should be easier than his job. Technically, yeah. Because I'm under tower, and he can always accidentally tank a tower shot, right?
Yep.
But like, it's also easy for me to fuck up too. Like, I could just tank a bad trade and get dove or something, right? I got pretty low.
Yeah.
But you could see he's just never. And here, this is me baiting him into trying to all in, and it works. He uses both sums and doesn't get the kill. But like, now, because he did such a good job, this is actually a really good demo for you. Because he did such a good job on offense, look at the shit situation that I'm in now. Again, this is why this matchup is just fucking horrid, right? It's terrible. But like, you can see, he did a good job. He played the matchup right. So now, I can't farm easily, right? I can't push easily. And he gets to leverage that. See?
Yeah. Yep.
See that? He's doing a really good job of being like, you took a lot of damage, I'm gonna penalize you for that.
So in this spot, what should you do?
If you get low?
Well, if you're in this position of one being outranged, a little bit low.
You have options, so I mean, you could, it's Tryndamere because of Doran's shield and just the page, he can kind of sustain and just hover like this and just get the XP, right? Which makes him a good pick for that reason. But like, there's things you could do. So like, you could if you have teleport, you just back and teleport forward, right? You're like, I can't fucking touch the wave now, this sucks. Teleport forward. If your jungler's nearby or your support's nearby, you could just ping them to push.
Yeah.
You say push, take the minions, I don't care. Like, help push the minions.
You wouldn't call him for a gank?
You can't gank this. This is ungankable. I mean, you could, but like, you're killing your jungler, I think.
Gotcha.
Because
you're taking away from CS.
Well, yeah, he's just so low. Like, or I'm so low that like, if their jungler shows up, you're killing both of you.
Gotcha.
The most important thing is to just stabilize. If you get this low, right? Just make sure that you don't die, you get the wave under. Because the worst thing that could happen is you die here. If you die here and he recalls, he's going to shit down your throat for the rest of the game. Because the wave is going to get stuck right here.
Yeah.
These types of scenarios are what you want with Akshan too. Same thing. You want a situation where the guy can't even all in you, right? I can't all in him. I got nothing. Right? If I go to all in him, what's he gonna do?
Back up.
E away, right? He's gonna run away.
Yeah.
Your champion, same exact idea.
Yeah.
If I try to spin on you and ghost, you're gonna auto Q E backwards, and then you're gonna walk at me and kill me for that. So I have to
when to freeze that or kept it frozen there.
If you harass the fuck out of the guy on offense like this guy did for every minion and you don't tank tower shots. Notice he did not tank a single tower shot in this lane phase. You saw that, right? Didn't tank one. That's really good. That means he did his job. He hit me every single time I went to farm, and he did not once take a tower shot. Right? He played it about as well as you could play it, if I'm being honest. There's really not much else he can do to harass me. right? I think I played it reasonably too because I didn't die, right? I didn't.
Right.
It's a good break even lane phase. This is exactly what you want. He gets the advantage. I outscale him in side lanes. He outscales me in team fights. The end. Does that make sense?
Okay, then. Yeah, definitely.
And he out farms me because, see, I'm 9, he's 20. It's just how it goes. He's a dominant laner. He's gonna dominate a Tryndamere mid. That's just what that's how it's gonna go down.
Gotcha.
And that's what you need to think like. Any melee champion, you need to say, I watched this thing with NEACE. I need to slow push a wave in. We go back. Even though you're an iron, you can do that. You can practice it. Right? You just go into lane.
Slow push, not hard push.
Yeah, so slow push, all this is he's just gonna notice that he does not touch the minions unless he has to. Ready?
Right.
He autos once, and now he's pretty much just chilling, and he's paying attention to me. So if I spin on the wave or do anything weird with the wave, he's gonna auto it back. So pay close attention. He's not autoing. Look, he's not autoing. He's not autoing. Last hit. He's not autoing. He autos because he's getting basically traded on. But as soon as I back down, he just autos me. And then notice he's not touching the wave except for the last hits. See that?
Yep. Makes sense.
Here it is again. And he's just last hitting. And if you just last hit like this, you get a big wave under tower, see?
So in that matchup with Yone, you would want
Slow
to
push.
prevent him from pushing? Gotcha.
Right, so you would walk up to the wave, and if he pushes it, you auto cue him and then make him back down. And then once you've established the slow push, just do what this guy does. Torture every CS.
Gotcha.
You auto, you step back. You auto, you step back. You auto, you step back. When you're learning, you're going to feed because you're going to tank tower shot a bunch. You're going to fuck up. It's fine. Like I said, it's absolutely fine. Does not matter. You just need to see it done right once. So you understand, like, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to harass the guy under tower, doing these little micro movements so that any melee matchup that we bump into, they're just dead in the water. And you're probably wondering, well, what do I do with range matchups? It's just kind of a dance. Dodge the skill shots. Yeah. If you can go all in on them with your E, go for it if you kept your health high. Because that's a little different. But melee, you can't. You can't just go all in on melee.
Yeah. So with the A, what is it? Attack?
Click? A left click, yeah.
A left click. So when you hit A, does that bring up the tower's range too?
No.
Or no? Okay.
Nope. You're just gonna feed.
Gotcha.
When you're learning, that's why every time you auto, you need to step back.
Yeah.
If you tank one, if you tank one, it's not the end of the world. If you tank two, pretty much any champion will all in you.
Yeah.
So like one might, if it's a close, if you took some bad trades, one might kill you. If you tank two tower shots, you're probably through.
Yeah.
It's over. Tank two, and that guy just pops ghost or whatever the fuck they have and goes all in. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Was this a helpful lesson today for you?
For sure.
Good. Go grind. Go grind. Sure. Try this stuff out. And the last thing I'll leave you with is, don't be shy to try stuff. Right? Just try not to overthink. Think of it as a simple layering game. I auto the guy until he gets mad, then I E away. If I'm winning, I E onto his face. That's it. It's that easy. It really is. Play within that framework, just like that. And then the game, don't get into decision paralysis. Just start saying, like, I'm going to auto this guy until he's pissed, and I'm going to E as soon as he gets pissed.
Yeah.
And then go from there. And then you'll start to say, oh, that champion, I had to dodge this ability, but I can still do this. You see what I mean? Like, build it up like that. Yeah. Got it? Gotcha.